So before we get started though, please hit the subscribe button. We're currently at 418 subscribers. We are trying to hit 500 subscribers before the year end, and we're on our way. I mean, the channel's been blowing up like crazy, especially with all the coins moving, and I think a lot of our technical analysis has been on the money, literally on the money. I mean, everything's just going insane. I think we should mention also that Bitcoin finally hit $100,000 yesterday. That is just applause. That's beautiful, because after that, you know what happens next when we're waiting for Ethereum to make its move. It seems like Ethereum's been creeping up a little bit, going slowly, working its way up there, nice and steady. But of course, we'll go over that in the technical analysis part of this show.
I'm gonna hand it over to the Crypto King, Crypto Poppy. Let me get off the screen. Go ahead, Crypto Poppy, do your thing.
All right. So we're starting here, Bitcoin paired with the US dollar, weekly time frame, data coming from Coinbase. Like Jonathan said, we did get above $100,000, and we're currently flirting with the $100,000 mark. I'm going to switch to the daily time frame and adjust the chart so we could see exactly when we did. 100,000, 100,000. Yeah, we got over... No, I guess we just did today, yesterday, the day before. But anyways, we made it over 100,000, and we whipped up to $104,000 roughly, just a little bit below 104,000. So we're going to switch over to the weekly time frame and take a look at the chart. So you can see here our trend lines from the top from April 19th, 2021, second touch point, November 8th, 2021, 2 touch points here, just extended that out, and you could see how when we got to it, we wicked above it just briefly, but we also closed right at the trend line. Then the next week opened, we bounced off of the trend line, came down to test it as support before bouncing off of it, and we're currently trying to make our move off of the trend line. So targets for Bitcoin from our bounce from the trend line, just targets in general since we are going to the upside. We have our yellow Fibonacci, which is our overall fib from swing high from November 15th, 2021, which is no longer our swing high, to our swing low right in this area of on November 7th, 2022, and it's just extended out. So our yellow fib is our overall fib. You could tell we met the 618. The 618 is at 102,000, but we did get above that. Like I said, about 104,000, just shy of it. So targets to the upside, which again is our yellow Fibonacci. Next movement would be $155,662.03. Again, that's for the yellow overall fib. Then we have our more recent white Fibonacci extension. Let me adjust the chart so we could see it a little bit better. We have it from our more previous swing high of, what is that, $74,000 roughly, which was March 11th, 2024 of this year. Our swing low for the white Fibonacci is down here at about $49,000, and that occurred on August 5th, 2024, and you could see we've bounced between this Fibonacci, just retesting it as support, resistance, getting slapped down as support down here. Candle bodies are closing on the Fibonacci before we just...
Quick pause. Take a look at this. 94% of you watching aren't subscribed. We're currently at 431 subscribers, and our goal is to hit 500 subscribers before the end of 2024. If you enjoyed the crypto insights, market analysis, and updates, smash the subscribe button and help us reach this milestone. All right, let's get back into the video.
Started to move to the upside. So a more precise movement for Bitcoin next is probably our white fib, which is $114,180.02 as of now. So we could make the chart a little bit smaller just so you could see it all a little bit more clearly. Just in where price is potentially going to go if we continue this parabolic movement and this bull market to the upside. We have $114,000 from our Fibonacci extension. Another spot we could face a little bit of resistance at, or a wick up to, would be 139,000. But overall, I fully expect our next yellow overall Fibonacci to come through at $155,662.03. So we could take a look here. Let's adjust the chart just a little bit so I could get the measuring tool out, because Jonathan likes to know the details.
Yes, I do. I want to see how much.
So all the way up to the yellow Fibonacci would only be 59% movement for Bitcoin, which, how the market's going, we could do a 60% movement in Bitcoin in a weekly candle. We could do that honestly in a daily candle. So we have about 60% movement to the upside, but our in-betweens with our Fibonacci extension from roughly current price to $114,000 roughly, that's only a 17% movement. To the $139,000 mark, that would be a 42% movement. So, you know, when price is up so high, when a value is valued as high as Bitcoin is at $97,000 right now, a 10% movement is enormous. That's a lot. That's a big swing. That's a 10% movement at $97,000 is $9,700. So, you know, it's smaller movements now are going to look a lot bigger. Bitcoin's going to, a 10% movement for Bitcoin from current price would almost put us up here to $114,000, just shy of it. But you know, the smaller percentage of movements, the numbers look a lot bigger when we're pretty much at $100,000. So Bitcoin looks good. I want to show you this bounce up here that occurred here recently that's been propelling us to the upside. Bitcoin, I want to show you guys on the daily time frame. Right, we have our 2 touch points here. We have it extended out. We got slapped down, we wicked through, and we're slapped down to close, opened on it, and we've just been pumping above it since then. So let's go from the weekly time frame, which I don't like to do too often, to the daily time frame, and let's just zoom in and take a look at the movement off of the purple trend line. So you can see we come up, we wick above it slightly, next day wick above it, but the candle bodies are closing below it. Wick above it, we finally get some candles to close and open on it and within it, come back down, test it as support for 2 days, and then we start moving. Then you could see we get pulled right back to it when we get too far above it. Start to get pulled to it, pump up, and that same candle wants to get pulled to it. So the purple trend line is a very strong level of support now to me. It was a strong level of resistance, but now it's a strong level of support as well. Again, looking at it on the daily time frame, let's adjust the chart. Just a lot of data. Yeah, it's a lot of data coming in. Each candlestick represents 1 day worth of trading.
Quick pause. Take a look at this. 94% of you watching aren't subscribed. We're currently at 431 subscribers, and our goal is to hit 500 subscribers before the end of 2024. If you enjoy the crypto insights, market analysis, and updates, smash the subscribe button and help us reach this milestone. All right, let's get back into the video.
Compared to 1 week worth of trading.
It's about 3 years of trading right there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh man, we could go way back, but we can't even see down here. From what we could see, yes, it's a little over 3 years. So again, our 2 touch points here, extended out right back here years ago, a few years back. We don't think we're ever going to see this movement, right? Bitcoin can't get to 100,000.
Never going to happen.
Right? Especially while we're down here. Why would you even have that drawn? But you could see, once we start moving, we move.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so I mean, that's all that I have for Bitcoin today.
And 2 live streams ago, we were I think in the 70,000 range, right? Yeah. And we had that live stream, and then and it's been going, like you said, once it pops, it's not going to stop, and it has not stopped. Did you measure it from the $70,000 range to now?
Let's take a look. Let me switch back to the weekly.
Since we talked, since that live video, how much has it gone up?
Let's see. So you said it was about 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. So what?
Let's get the measuring tool. So let's see here. So this would be 2, 3.
That was probably longer than that. It was like 4 weeks ago now, honestly.
Yeah.
It was in the $70,000 range.
Right.
So right before that candle popped.
Yeah, it's probably right in here.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
So from there to where we current price is, that's a 41% movement, which is pretty crazy. But then from the swing high up here, I can't get it up. 50%. There it is. Yeah, 50% on the dot, pretty much. So yeah, it's been good calls, good breakouts. But again, it's the Fibonacci has it to where these are precise measured movements, and the Fibonacci is a very old tool that's been around for a very long time. So when we're in a bull market like this, I'll put all my faith in the Fibonacci's, right?
The numbers just follow a certain pattern, and the Fibonacci is that pattern that they follow.
Exactly.
Which is insane, honestly. Even on the bear market, it was kind of following it too. Even I think.
Oh yeah, we could do it to the downside.
Yeah, to the downside. But on a bull market, it seems like it follows that exact path of the Fibonacci.
Exactly.
Which is great for us because we have the Fibonacci master over here.
Hey, true. Yeah, because we could call it right here. So we could even say we've got a few bounces. We're back on the weekly time frame. I just want to look at it a little bit closer. We could even say we broke above the trend line. Mm-hmm. We retested it as support. Just about retested it. We should start making a movement to the upside sooner rather than later. I would say the next spot for Bitcoin to start making a move to and wick up to and possibly have a candle body close at would be about $114,000, which is the next level for the Fibonacci extension.
Okay, so that's the next price to look at, guys. The next price target for Bitcoin.
Yes, sir.
I think that's it for Bitcoin.
Yep.
That's the main one. I mean, it's not much to say about Bitcoin. It's doing amazing right now.
Right.
It's above $100,000. That was a big psychological number for, I think, most people in the crypto market, right?
True.
It's
I'll flip the camera too.
Oh yeah. It surpassed that now. So now it's going to the moon, and it's going to keep going.